friends, welcome to Hello Arts channel. This is Uma. This video we are going to see how to do this ripple blanket. I just can't believe that this video we have not yet done. I have seen this video in our channel, but it was in Tamil only. I didn't realize that we have not done this in English, so I'm so sorry for the delay, because this is a simple and very elegant pattern you can ask for. I sincerely apologize for this much delay in seeing this pattern. Okay, I have seen many patterns while starting this, because this was obviously a nightmare for me to start. Okay, I was totally confused by having the number of chains what we have to do, and there is no clear pattern. There is no clear method to determine how many chains we want. So I was just like, I have to figure it out by my own. So I have done something. So and this is the result. You might see that how beautiful this turned out. Okay, I have used the sherbet colors, right? So this is my most favorite blanket of which I have done so far. See, if you see here, I have done how many ripples? 6 ripples. See, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, each ripple has measure approximately up to this I have done long back, so it has been stretched a little bit, but usually it will be like 7 inch. You can see the gap, right? From this gap to this gap, it is more or less 7 inch. Okay, in many patterns they asked you to do only 11 stitches totally, so that you will have only 6 and 6 here, but I want my ripple to be large enough to show how the ripple should actually be. Okay, so for that what I have done is I have done 11 stitches in every peak and downfall. Okay, so if you see here, this has 11 stitches, this has 11 stitches, this has 11, this has 11. So every time when I go up I do 11, every time when I come down I do 11. Okay, so this is how I have done this ripple blanket. I call it sherbet blanket. Okay, because of the colors. You can choose as many colors you want. Okay, if you can see, this will look most beautiful when you use many colors. If not, you don't want to use many colors, at least use 3 colors. Okay, 2 colors you can see the pattern. Okay, but with 3 colors it really gives you an amazing look. I'll tell you what is the difference between using 2 colors and 3 colors, because 1 color there's no point in doing this pattern, because obviously the ripple won't be showing with 1 color, right? So you might want to do it with 2 colors, but I tell you, if you use 3 colors, it will take your blanket to totally another level. I'll show you one of my another product with only 2 colors, and I show you the difference how to check with this. See, this you might be seeing in our Facebook page. Okay, this I have done for a junior. She was in Delhi, which is a colder place, so I just want to have it as a long coat till knee length. Okay, so this I have used 2 colors. See here, black and gray. This one is not at all showing. See, in the hand also I have done the ripple pattern, but with the 1 color it is not quietly visible, right? I have used 2 colors. You can see it seems to be a wave, but it is not, according to me, it is not doing the justice for the pattern. So what I tell you is, if you are doing this blanket, please do it with 3 colors at least, right? So let us start doing this. As I told you, each peak and downfall consists of 11 stitches. Okay, so 11 plus 11, 22. In the middle we have to have 1 stitch, so 23, and in the gap we have to skip 2 stitches. So 11 plus 11, 22, and the center stitch 23, and we have to skip 2, so 25. Okay, this is how I do, right? If you find it easy for with other patterns where they have given the exact chain what you have to do, you can also do it, you can always do it. But why I'm using the 25, because that chain will not, the number of chains what they have what was given ready-madely, it will not be the same size when you use different yarn, right? See, this I have used baby yarn and 5mm hook, and I have got the result of one ripple of 7 inch. But if I use the same pattern with chunky yarn or blanket yarn, obviously it will be larger than 7 inch. Okay, so I just wanted to let you know that make sure how big you want your blanket will be. See, this is each block is 7 inch. I usually do a baby blanket as 40 cross 40. Okay, so I have done 6 ripples, which approximately as 42 inch, which will be the perfect structure for my baby blanket. Height I can do how many times, how many rows I want, right? But the width you can't change once you have finalized the foundation chain. So I want to be very careful in choosing the number of chains what you have to do. Okay, so I don't give you, I won't give you a exact number how many chains you have to do, but I'll tell you this. Okay, each ripple has 25 sets of chains, right? I have told you 11, in the middle one, that is 23, and in the gap we will be skipping 2, so 25 for each, right? So you can check how many chevrons you want, like how many ripples you want, and you can do that many sets of 25. But finally when you come to the last stitch, you will not be skipping any stitch in the end of this stitch, right? End of this ripple, you will be skipping only this side, that will be coming under this set of 25. So while doing this 25, you need not have to do 25 because you will not be skipping anything in the end, so you will do only 23. So what I'm telling you is, I don't have anything to write. Okay, thank God I have this. Okay, what I'm telling you this is, see how many chevrons you have. Say for example I have 3, right? So each consists of 25, and in the final one you need not have to skip 2 in the end. So finally you will have 23 only. So if you want to do a blanket with 3 ripples, what you have to do? You have to do 25, 25, 50, 50 plus 23, like 73, not 75. Okay, so this is how you will have all the sets. Like if you have to have 6 ripples, you will be having 5 sets of 25 and the last one 23. If you want to have 10 sets, you will be doing 9 sets of 25 and the last one is 23. Okay, so you can multiply like if you want to 10, you can multiply 10 into 25, which will be 250 chains, but you have to reduce the last 2, that is 248 chains. Okay, that is how you want to measure your blanket. Okay, not any ready-made chains will do justice for the blanket you want. Okay, so how this 25 we have decided, 11, 1, 11, and the 2 is skipping here, right? So let us start doing this. I hope you understand how we schedule and how we count the stitches, right? So I tell you, if you use 5mm hook with the worsted weight yarn, usually the one ripple will measure up to 7 inch. So how big you want your blanket, you can use that many number of chains. So I'll tell you how only with 50 chains. Okay, 2 chevrons, so that I can show you how to start and how to end. See, this is the starting, the normal downfall, normal peak, and this will be the ending. Okay, so I'll tell you how to do this with the only 50 chains. That is only 2 ripples. Okay, so do the 50 chains and I will meet you at the end to start the next round, right? See, I have done 50 chains because I want 2 ripples. Now if you may have a question that why I have 50, I should have 48. Why? Because I will be skipping only in the middle, in the last I won't be skipping, so I have to reduce the last 2 chains, right? As I have told you here, since I will be having only 2 ripples, I'll be having only 25 and 23, not the 25 is wanted here. Okay, so instead of 50, what I have to do? I have to do 48. So I am undoing 2 chains. Okay, so if you measure it now, it might be longer than the required stitch. See here, it is like approximately 15" something. Okay, but you have to remember, even though if you do like 150 chains and you measure, it will be longer than what you want to be your blanket. Okay, if you want a 40 blanket, but if your chain measures approximately like 50 inches, you should not panic and you should not rip off chains with 1 chevron less. Okay, why? Because this is a straight line, so it always measures bigger one, but the blanket will be of a ripple pattern like this. So obviously if you measure the length here, it will not be as big as the foundation chain. Okay, so don't panic if your chain measures bigger than you expect, right? It happens because we will be doing a ripple with everything, right? So what my advice is, I always do the blanket, start any blanket with a single crochet. I don't believe in doing a border round finally. Okay, so what I will do is I will do a single crochet round while starting itself. See, this is my foundation chain. I have started it with the single crochet round, then I have completed it with the double crochet. Okay, so for that what I am doing is, for single crochet we all know we have to do 1 chain extra, so that's why I'm not confusing you with any number of chains. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm doing 2 sets of ripples. So for that what I will be doing 25 for 1 ripple and 23 for another ripple, that is in the last ripple. So how many ripples you want to have? You have 25 sets for that many ripples, but in the last ripple you will be having only 23. Okay, so since I have started with a single crochet, I will chain 1 and do the single crochet into the first stitch. Okay, as I told you, we will have 11 in the growing and 11 in the downfall, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As you might notice that I am working in the back hump of the foundation chain so that my finishing is perfect. You can see here, right? This is the foundation chain, but since I have worked on the back hump, this seems to be a perfect edging. Okay, so that is the main reason I will be using only the back hump of my chain. Okay, So now we are doing the climbing up part, right? So the first round is only the little bit difficult round. Once you have done the first round, it will be growing like a cakewalk, right? So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. Perfect. So now what I have done is I have done 11 single crochets. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. Okay, now we have to do the peak like this, right? This is what I have done so far, and now we have to do the peak point. So for peak point, what I am going to do is I will be doing 3 single crochets. Okay, one for this side, one for that side, and one for the middle peak. Okay, see here, this forms our peak. 11. I have done 3 single crochets in the 12th chain, right? Now we will be doing the downfall. Okay, so by doing these 3 stitches, we will do 1 stitch for this side, 1 stitch for the same chain, and 1 stitch for this side. This will make our next single crochet as a not to the peak but to the ridge, like the downfall here. Okay, so I'll do 11 more double crochets, sorry, single crochets. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. I'll count one more. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. Okay, so now we have 11 stitches, 12th stitch 3 single crochet and 11 stitches, so totally we have used 23 of this first ripple, right? So what we have to do, we have to skip the 2 chains to form the lower peak. If you see here, we have done the peak here. We have increased 2 stitches, that is in one chain we have done 3 stitch, right? So in that case we have increased 2 stitches in the same chain. Okay, so in order to balance that, what we have to do, we have to skip 2 chains here. Okay, this forms our lower edge, lower ridge. Okay, so what I'll do, I will skip the next 2 chains, 1 2, and I'll do my single crochet in the 3rd chain. Okay, so I continue 11 single crochet. People who already knew how to do a ripple blanket, I hope this gives you a clear idea. If you feel like I am talking too much with this pattern, please just remember that there will be many beginners seeing our video. I just wanted to make sure that they understand it very clear, that they need no other reference to do the same pattern, right? That is the main focus of all my videos. I just keep in mind what will the beginner do if he or she is seeing this video. Okay, I just want it to be useful to anyone irrespective of their expertise in the crochet, right? So how many stitches we have done so far? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. Perfect. Okay, so we will be having 12 chains in this side. In that, what we will be doing, in the 12th stitch, 12th chain we will be doing 3 single crochets, right? And in the remaining 11 we will be doing our 1 single crochet each chain, right? This is the main foundation row which forms your basic ripple. Once you got this row perfect, you will be a star to continue all the rounds. So this is where you will understand why I ask you to reduce 2 chains. That is why I ask you to do only 23 in the last ripple instead of 25. Okay. See, the last time after we have done our 11 single crochet, we don't want to skip anything here. If we have done 25 chains here, what will we be doing with those 2 chains? It will be remaining unused, and again your finishing will be a question mark. See, if you see here, we have our perfect ripple, right? I told you we will be doing 2 sets of ripple. That's why I have done 25 and 23, because with this 25 I will be skipping the chain 2 here. With this 23 I will not be skipping any chains here. So if you see, our foundation ripple row has been done. Very good. So now what we have to do is, we have to make sure that it is forming the same rectangle structure, not a bulging arc structure. Okay. So for that, what we have to do is, so if you want to continue the same stitch in the if you want to continue the single crochet blanket, you can always do, but I prefer double crochets. Okay, see, I prefer double crochet only in the back loop. That is how, when you complete the stitch, when you complete the blanket, both the sides will be of same what to say, both the sides look identical. Okay, so if you see here, I have done the all my double crochets in the back loop only, so that's why the ridge in every loop. When I see from this side also, I can see the ridge in alternative rows. Okay, so by this way my blanket is identical on both these sides, right? So this is how I will be doing that. Okay, so chain 2, if you want to make chain 3 you can always do, but I don't want to make the extra gap. Okay, so I'll do only chain 2 and do the double crochet in the same stitch. Okay, same stitch in the back loop. See here, this will be your front loop which is in front of you. The back loop is the one behind the front loop. Okay, so do double crochet in the same stitch, because I don't want the chain 2 to be considered as anything. So continue 1 double crochet in each, which should not be done. I'll tell you why. Okay, if you do 1 double crochet in each stitch, you will end up with 12 stitches instead of 11. Why? Because we have increased, we have done 3 stitches in the peak stitch, right? In the 12th stitch we have done 3 stitches, right? I told you, one for this side and one for the downfall side, right? So for that, since there is an increase, we will be having 12 stitches, which disturbs our total count. See here, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. Okay, after here only I have reached the center stitch where I will be doing 3 double crochet. If you want, you can do 3 double crochet. What I will be doing, I will be doing 1 double crochet, chain 1, 1 double crochet. Instead of 3 double crochets, I will be doing one chain. Why? Because in all the ridges we will be forming a gap here, right? So if you want the gap in peak also, you can do like what I have done here, like double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. If you don't want the gap, you want the ripple to be perfect, you can do 3 double crochet like what I have done here. Okay, I just wanted you to show the difference. If you want to see the veins going through in every peak, like in every ridge, you can do a V stitch, that is double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. If you don't want, no problem, you can do 3 double crochets, right? See, now we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 stitch here. If we keep on doing this, we will be having, see, last row we have 11, this row we have 13, next row we will be having 15. It will not be a rectangle, it will be like an arch or something. So in order to avoid that, what we will be doing in the middle stitch, in the sense we have 11 stitches, right? So after 5th stitch, 1 2 3 4 5, after the 5th stitch, what I will be doing, I will do double crochet 2 together in order to reduce a stitch. So do a double crochet, stop it here, again do a double crochet in the next stitch. Now you have 3 loops, pull through all the 3. By this way we have reduced a stitch, right? We have to do only in the starting and in the ending, because in the middle, all the middle part, we will be skipping 2 chains, right? So that will compensate the increase. I'll tell you. See, I have reached the peak. If you want to do 3 double crochet, you can do. If you want to do double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, you can do, right? So if we count now, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12, okay, including the peak. Okay, what I have done, double crochet 2 together in the middle stitch. Okay, so if we want to have to do the same here, no. Why? Because when we do our 11 double crochet here, we will be skipping the first and last double crochet, the last double crochet of this side and the first single crochet of this side we will be skipping. So when we come this side, we will be having only 11 double crochet in excluding this peak. Okay, so when we grow up here, we will be having only 11 double crochet, because we have already skipped this side, this one here. Okay, but when we come to the last stitch, there may be nothing to skip. That's where we will be doing a decrease, that is 2 double crochet, double crochet 2 together. Okay, so whenever you are doing all the in between ripples, you will not be doing anything. But when you come to the last stitch, last chevron, see, you have to do a decrease. See, I have done double crochet 2 together in every row. Okay, I just don't want to make it complex to you. I just want to make sure that you understand why we have to decrease and why we have to do double crochet 2 together. Because see, I am doing a double crochet in all the back loops. Okay, you need not have to do the back loop or front loop, you can also do with 2 loops, but I tell you, it will give you a great finishing. When you see the ridge in every row, it will be a fantastic finishing. Okay, see, I'm just, if you are using 3 colors, there will be many images available in the internet. You can refer them for your color choice. Okay, you can use gray, white, black 3 together, or you can use the sherbet color what I have chosen. Okay, you can use 3 different shades of pink or 3 different shades of purple, that will go. Or you can use 2 different shades of any color and use white with that. That will make a fantastic combo. Okay, whatever color you are choosing, choose 2 colors in the 2 shades in the same color, and use white for the third color. Okay, see here, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12, including the peak. So apart from the peak, let's skip that, we will be having only 11. Okay, I always say that 11, in the 12th stitch we will be having 3 and 11. Okay, so we have 11 stitches. In the last stitch we will be skipping, and in the first stitch of the next ripple also we will be skipping. If not, we will skip. If we don't skip this last and first stitch, the ripple will vanish. Okay, this is the lower ridge which forms the ripple in every row. So skip the last stitch of this ripple and the first stitch of this ripple, and do a double crochet in the next ripple. That is, technically we are skipping 2 stitches. Like we have skipped 2 chains in the first row, right? We have skipped 2 chains here. Like the same way we are skipping 2 stitches in every row in between the ripples. That is how we will maintain the 11 1 11 count. Okay, see here, I have reached the peak of this ripple. Since we have skipped the starting stitch, we will be having 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11, right? So in the peak we will be doing 3 double crochets, or double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Then here comes the last part. What I have told you, in the last part, if we keep on doing 1 double crochet in each stitch, there will be a chance to have a 13 stitch instead of 12, right? So in order to maintain the 11 and the peak structure, what we will be doing, in 11, which is the middle stitch, the 6th one is the middle stitch, right? So what we will be doing, 1 2 3 4, after 5th stitch I will be doing double crochet 2 together. So pull through 2, hold this and do a double crochet in the next. You will be having 3 loops in the stitch and pull through all the 3. By this way we will be doing double crochet 2 together, which reduces a stitch, which makes us have the count stick to 11 and peak in the 12th stitch. So if you see here, I personally advise you to do the last stitch with both the loops, because when you do with only one loop, it may form a greater gap. So in order to secure, obviously you will be doing a border like this, okay, but it is safer to have the last stitch alone with 2 loops, because in the first stitch we will be chaining 2, which holds the 2 loops together, right? So like the same way we want to have the last stitch with 2 loops. So if you see here, here finishes the second round. So since we have skipped 2 stitches, 1 stitch here and 1 stitch here, we have the 11 count without any disturbance. But here, since we have 12 stitches apart from this peak, we want to stick with our 11 count. That's why we have done double crochet 2 together, and the last also we have done double crochet 2 together. So this may not be your case. You'll be doing like 5 or 6 ripples together, so you need not worry about all the middle ripples. Only in the first ripple the starting point, and in the last ripple the ending point. You have to remember that you will be doing double crochet 2 together. That's it. Okay, so when we do in the next round, we will do one more round. Okay, so chain 2, which is considered as nothing, so do the double crochet in the back loop in the same stitch. Okay, I mean, like, there is no chance you will forget the double crochet 2 together in the starting and ending, because you will come across one in every row. See here, when you see this, you might you will remember that you have to decrease in the same stitch. Okay, so continue. The same. When you reach the chain 1, even though if you didn't have the chain 1 but you have a double crochet, you clearly see which is the center double crochet, so that, see here, this is my chain. I'll be doing a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet here. So if I count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11, this is the same stitch. My count has been restored, and in the 12th stitch I have my increase, right? So when I come down, there is no need to decrease, because we will obviously skipping the last stitch and in the first stitch of the next ripple, right? So that is how it is done. As I already told you, why I have not done 3 double crochets in the peak but a chain 1, because I want to see the vein running in both lower peak as well as the lower peak. It's also it's a irony, and in the highest peak, right? So here, since we have reached our lowest point, see, we will be skipping the last stitch here and the first stitch here, that is technically the 2 stitch, and do the double crochet in the next stitch. See, you might be noticed that only the first row which takes time, and all the other rows we just keep on doing the double crochets, right? It will help you more easily if you have done chain 1 in the peak, because you will be knowing that is the point you have to do the increase, because while doing the double crochet in 3 double crochets instead of chain 1, you might miss the peak point, right? So if you chain 1, you can always remember that is the place I have to do a V stitch. Technically that is a V stitch, right? So I have come to the last stitch where I have to decrease, right? We should not forget that. We won't, because there will be a decrease stitch in the previous row. So when you see the decreased stitch in the previous row, you do the decrease in the same stitch and in the next stitch. See, this is my decreased stitch. So what I'll do, pull through only 2, keep the 2 loops in the hook, yarn over, insert, pull up, pull through 2, you will have 3 loops here, pull through all the 3. So it's as simple as that, just to maintain our count of 11 in each peak. So as I already mentioned, use both the loops for the last double crochet. See how well our ripple is growing. Okay, you can change color till how many rows you want, but I wish you have changed color every 6 row. See, I have 1 2 3 4 5 6 row will be having a decent size like this. Okay, and you can also see the ridges here and the ridge here. Every time it will be a reversible one that's identical on both the sides. So if you like this video, please share it with your friends, suggest your suggestions in the comment box, like our Facebook page Ahilu Arts, subscribe to the channel so that you never miss any video. Feel free to check out my Etsy shop, the link is right down in the description. Thank you, bye bye.